We're back. It's been a while, but we're here having a great time. Today's September 9th and hitting a little post-dinner cardio walk. Wanted to talk to you guys. Man, it's good to have good friends in life. Shout out to my best friend, Taylor. She had a little bit of a stern talk with me today. Guys, it's been insane. Life has. And I don't say this to sound braggadocious by any means, but honestly, I have been pretty fortunate with women this summer, but it's actually become quite the distraction to me. And Taylor pointed it out to me how my ego has been so attached to the validation that I can gather from women proving my self as a man. And it's actually become an issue because of the distraction that it's caused and the waste of space that it's taken up in my life in the direction that I'm trying to go, how non-conducive it is to get my goals, stay on track, stay focused. And she painted it as you find your validation, your ego finds that validation in itself, and you start to believe that you're better than others. Even though I don't say it like that, but the way that I carry myself, it almost makes it seem like that is where all my self-worth comes from. And that's certainly not the case. I am working hard at work. I am in the gym consistently. I have discipline in my schedule, and this is just one of the weak points in my life that I have right now at this moment. And I'm super fortunate that I have such a friend that could be honest with me like that and give me that insight and that awareness, so now I can change it. And ultimately, that's not how I want to be defined, is by the amount of women that I can pull or get. That's just not, for me, what matters. I know every single time it's such a short-lived experience and there's no longevity in that. And what impact am I having on the people coming up after me, and ultimately the legacy of not only myself but the family that I want to have one day. So I think there's a lot to think about that statement she said, and a lot to take into consideration, and a lot of ways of mine to change and reevaluate the actions that I'm taking to find the fulfillment that I do get from those experiences, those interactions, and find healthier, more impactful actions and situations to get that same sort of self-confidence that I do get, being desirable in those situations and maybe executing on whatever it may be. So I don't know, a little weird to be talking about, but for my young men out there, it's a trap that we can fall in. And the more that we develop ourselves, build ourselves, the more those distractions and those temptations are going to be there. But ultimately, they're going to leave us wanting more and leave us even further behind from achieving what we really want to achieve. Just the whole saying, as cliche as it is, about the 5 people that you find yourself with have such a big impact on who you are, but also who you become, couldn't be any more real. So shout out to the real ones out there that aren't afraid to have the real conversations with the people that they love to keep them in line and on track with their goals, where they want to be focused and what they want to achieve. We all need these people. So if that's something that you feel like you're missing, man, leave a comment down below. So let's get in touch and let's keep each other accountable, and let's ensure that we're getting around the right people, because this life is ultimately ours for the taking. And the only thing that's going to stop us from getting what we want is us and ourselves only. So it's really a universe and a reality that's made, curated for us to succeed, for us to shine, for us to be a vessel for God to work through in order for the world to become more of a place of light. But it has, with a world that's totally against us, we have to be around others that are trying to improve their light, trying to be better, because we're constantly being attacked and we're constantly being dulled in the sense of the world's after us. And that's essentially the whole, I think, goal of like being born into ether of reality, when we separate from spirit and we get into like a fleshly body. So I think that's where we got to focus, and you got to surround yourself with the right people, the people that will push you and call you out on your bullshit, or else you're going to be at it alone. And we can go fast alone, but we can certainly go much further together.